Friends, many times when we sit to study or see the syllabus or have to remember something in the mind, then we wonder how we will remember so many things in this little mind. But you will be surprised to know that our brain storage is more than 2,500,000 gigabytes. If you want to fill it continuously, then it will take 350 years to fill it. Just imagine how it would feel if your brain started working like a genius. Whatever you read, you will remember it for a long time. More than one genius idea started coming to mind. Friends, in today's video, I am going to tell you those 8 brain rules to sharpen your mind, which is scientifically proved by following, which you can increase your brain power by 2 times. So don't miss a single rule. Definitely watch the video completely, because in the last of this video, I am going to tell you 2 interesting facts related to the brain that you've probably never heard of before. So let's start the video. Rule number 1, the first brain rule says that we cannot do multitasking. That means we can't do a lot of things at once. There is a huge misconception that people think that they can do many things at once, which saves their time. But according to science, our brain can only do one thing at a time. For example, you are driving, and at the same time if you're talking on the phone. So you will feel like you are doing 2 things at the same time, but it doesn't happen. Basically, at that time, your brain is switching between those 2 things. And according to a study, when we are driving while talking on mobile or thinking something, so our brain is able to sense 75% less of the things in front, even if our eyes are in front of. And that is why it is forbidden to use mobile while driving. And the same thing happens when studying. If you are a student, you must have noted that while studying, when you get lost in thoughts or start thinking something, so the book kept in front starts to appear blurry. Now it is clear from these 2 examples that our brain cannot do multitasking. It is not made for multitasking. So if you want to get good results in any field, so your 100% focus should be on only one task at a time. Rule number 2, the second brain rule says that always focus on good ideas. Friends, more than 62,000 thoughts come to our mind every day, some of which are such thoughts which are right for us. So focus only on those ideas which are right for you, because focusing on wrong thoughts will weaken your brain power. Rule number 3, the third brain rule says that if you're thinking of something good, so sit with pen and paper, because with pen and paper, you will be able to think better. Your thought process will get the right direction, and you will be able to follow what you write at that time. Rule number 4, the fourth brain rule says what you teach people you remember for a long time. And its biggest example is a teacher, because whatever the teacher teaches to his student, that thing is remembered for a long time in the teacher's mind. If you are a student and want to remember what you read for a long time, so what have you read? Try to explain it to your friends, and while studying, read as if you have to explain this topic to someone else the next day. By doing this, the read is remembered for a long time. Rule number 5, the 5th brain rule says that exercise increases the power of our brain. Friends, according to a study, 2 groups were made in one group. Those people were kept who exercised daily, and in the other group, those people were kept who used to sit only. And after a few days, it was found that people who exercised daily were performing better in memory, in special thinking, and in other activities than those who did not exercise. So if you want to perform better, then start exercising daily. Rule number 6, the 6th brain rule says repeat to remember. Friends, most of the information we forget within the next few minutes of reading. So if we have to remember any information for a long time, then repeat it again and again. After equal time, revise it. Rule number 7, 7th brain rule says that if you want to have a good mind, then drink water. Well, friends, our brain is made up of 80% water. If the brain does not get water properly, then brain cells efficiency decreases, attention span decreases. A study was done on the students of the University of East London, and it was found that those who drink water properly, their attention span has increased. They are able to concentrate for longer than those who drink less water. That's why, if you want to keep your mind healthy, it is necessary to drink water properly. Rule number 8, the 8th brain rule says that our eyes use 65% of brain power. That's why getting good sleep is very important for our brain. Researchers found in a study that if NASA pilots take a 26-minute power nap, so their performance increases by 34%. That's why it is also necessary to have good sleep for a good brain. But it does not mean that you start sleeping for 10 to 10 hours, because sleeping too much will also make you lazy. Now let's talk about those 2 interesting facts, which are very important for you to know. Fact number 1, friends, the brain of men is 10% bigger than the brain of women. But despite this, the brain of women is more complex and works better than the brain of men. Fact number 2, friends, our small brain consumes 20% of the oxygen that goes into our body. And you will be surprised to know that a low-watt light bulb can be lit with the amount of energy our brain produces. And for so much energy, our body needs oxygen and the right food. So go for morning walk in the morning so that you get fresh oxygen and eat good food, which is right for your body. Friends, in today's video, I have told you those 8 brain rules which if you follow, then they will take your performance to a different level. We'll meet again in the next video with a new motivation.